believer in then turning this around from losing game 1. I think their draft is at least in a spot where they can change what went wrong in last game. The only problem though is that I'm not fully on board with the Naga into the heroes like I issued my concerns with, but we'll see how they can play around it. If they shut down the Luna in a good way, then Naga can just get too far ahead for her to deal with.
Okay. We'll have to find out. Both these heroes can have a lot of impact throughout the early game as well, depending on some of the supports they're playing with, so see how aggressive that lane's going to be. Although, like you said, KP on the Primal Beast should be able to deal with the Naga quite nicely. And very intrigued on how this Cuckoo Invoker is going to play as well, because I have seen people trying to attempt to put the Invoker as a support, and 5 in particular. I think Tian Ming looked very good on it for Azure over in China.
Yeah, I think generally the hero does so well from the support role. Normally we see it pos 4, but even pos 5 does a good job trading hits. The Cold Snap and Tornado threat is always there. See a 2-for-2 split here on the runes as KP got a nice little steal, so still gonna be even in the bounty gold.
Carl did get a last hit on Illusion, so that was as well for him.
Big.
I'd say slightly favouring, and we'll see how this matchup's going to go. Like we were saying in the draft, the Queen of Pain with the dagger spam versus the melee Earth Spirit could be a little bit more difficult for Corden to be able to manage, so have to put some attention on how fast that bottle's going to come out for him, and of course the water rune kind of control as well between these two.
Yeah, so far Carl doing a good job just focusing in on the Earth Spirit, doing as much auto-attacking as he can early on, and working down that HP, preparing to Shadow Strike harass him later on and keep him really low. This will be a very technical lane for Corden, how he's gonna play it.
And I'm really intrigued on how this Dazzle is going to go for Dubu too. Again, I really cannot remember the last time I've seen it Dazzle, but you said you felt like the 7.3 patch was a pretty big one in regards to buffs for this hero?
Yeah, 734 buffs towards the ulti. Like, it used to stack indefinitely, right? Every time you cast Bad Juju, if you had previous stacks, it would keep going up from there. So 3 would go to 4, and it doesn't matter if you were 1 second away from it disappearing. Now it's individual, so they will only last for a set duration no matter what. And on top of that, they also lowered it from 30, 25 to 20 on all levels, the duration on those stacks. So it makes him way more playable now. I still think Dazzle is not really a top tier support, but he was hot garbage and now he isn't. So we'll see if he can, show us some interesting stuff here. And they have the combo. The Naga Dazzle is a classic combo. You go for the illusions and then heal bomb. So it can do a lot of damage in lane if you surround with the illusions and get the heal.
But what was kind of the thought process then of this last pick? Because you were saying that you felt like Bleed maybe were lacking some team fight. I mean, do they just feel like the save on Dazzle is going to be vital this game? Is it the laning prowess that he's going to be able to provide to help Jackie get out of this lane? Or
yeah, I think mainly it's just getting a strong lane here, something that provides for them to be able to get Naga to farm. Otherwise, could be a tough matchup against this Primal Beast who stomps over.
Should be our first blood as well as Dubu gonna give the bonus gold over towards KP, so already a great start for the Primal Beast.
All right, that's the last time we did Dazzle picked. That's it. That's it, back to the bans, back to unavailable.
Oh, not like this, man. Poor Dazzle. And I mean, this lane positioning at the moment is heavily going to favor Blacklist. Looks like with their numbers advantage, they're going to be able to get the Lotus as well. Meanwhile, bottom, we did see DJ be able to pick that one up too. So it does look like, at least the bottom lane for Bleed is going incredibly well. Much better than what we saw in the previous game for Ice.
Yeah, getting a good start here on the Dawnbreaker. At the same time, though, Raven is getting his farm. He's getting his CS on Luna, 12 and 1 right now. So keeping up, not necessarily fully with Naga, but not falling behind in any means. Mid lane, though, looking over to this lane again, as it is an interesting one to talk about. The Queen of Pain from Carl here is being so oppressive. Corden doing what he can, but you can see him sitting at half HP, waiting. He wants those water runes to come as soon as possible.
Awkward timing out of the rolls from Corden. Gonna miss that flag bearer creep as well under the tower. So yeah. Some CS not going his way.
He's getting some help here though. DJ is coming over, and not only him, but also Dubu coming for a top rune. Tim's helping check top rune though on the queen.
Alright, both mid laners don't get a refill.
Well, the supports are staying hydrated at least. Good stuff.
Yes, at least Cordon's got a bounty, so we'll be able to get a couple of bottle sips to be working with inside the lane.
But that does mean they runs away from mid for a little bit, so more time for Carl to CS. And yeah, mid lane, he's doing all right on our Spirit still. I mean, he's 20 CS, so the important part about still scaling, still getting a lot of CS, he is achieving that.
I wonder what the build's going to be out of Cordon. You know, I've really seen it feels like it's two item builds that I've been getting lately. It's like the Vessel Midas, or like the Blade Mail from the Earth Spirit, and then you can kind of transition there if you want to go back Midas, maybe Kyron Sunge or Heart potentially. So I mean, it looks like a pretty good Blade Mail game with all the uncontrollable damage, but we'll see what the route wants to be for Cordon.
I completely agree. Yeah, I also think that this is a game where Blade Mail would suit better. It lends itself better to the game with all this uncontrollable AoE damage that will come out. Like Primal Beast might just slam himself when he starts using the Pulverize or something like that. So could be a good way to go about it. We'll see. He's gonna go based now on fully regen on the Earth Spirit. We'll come back to mid soon. Meanwhile, top, this Primal Beast doing a good job so far, holding lane back in a good position, but Naga is starting to use some of this jungle as well.
Well, Ice, man. Just getting all his mana burnt. EMP, very cool spell. Guess at least he's got a Soul Ring. They're actually going to bring Dubu down to bottom. An aggressive Glyph with a dive response is going to be there out of the Rubik's teleport. Might be a little bit too late though to protect Raven. They'll get the kill. Meanwhile, Dubu will exchange his life. Do they have
Oh, he's stuck.
From Ice. He's stuck under the tower. The damage continuing to ramp up with that extra assistance they're going to get. And that'll result in a double kill. Great TP from Tims. This is a much needed experience. They're going to have the creeps as well.
DJ?
Get the cold snap procs. DJ is going to give another kill over Blacklist. I mean, they are licking their lips with what just happened bottom lane.
Oh boy, that was a beautiful save onto the Luna as well. I mean, she did go down in the end, but the stop on the Starbreaker from Cuckoo there was on point quickly with the tornado coming out. They just didn't manage to burst her as fast as they would have wanted and get fully punished there, losing every single hero.
And these are supports that will do a lot with experience. Looks like they won't be able to snipe the Wisdom Rune. Ice in a pretty good position to be able to block Cuckoo on the bridge. Also will be a 1-for-1 nonetheless. Cuckoo's going to be able to avoid that last swipe of the Starbreaker.
Yeah, Wisdom Rune's going to be a 1-for-1 with that. DJ can take the Dire one as at the same time. The KP Primal Beast went back, stacked the Ancients once, and then going to go back to the lane. So nice preparation for the Luna to later on enjoy. We see two supports sitting around bottom. Cuckoo walking under the range creep, kind of revealing the Ghostwalk aura.
The fact that KP is able to play solo is going to be super scary right now. And they are starting to zone him out a little bit, but he still had a really good start to the lane. They want to try and put some more priority onto Raven to get him off to a good start as well. And once he completes the Mask of Madness, there's going to be no concerns. We'll see what they can do off the back of this move, though, from Bleed. Well, not with a kick like that, sliding past both Tims and Cuckoo.
A little bit off the mark there. 10 seconds for the rune still. Gonna go back, try and control the bottom rune. At the same time, Dubu is checking the top one.
We'll be told we've got an illusion to work with. Quite a nice rune now, actually, for Cordon. Into the dagger in particular, the cold snap as well. So see what he can look to do with that. I mean, Tread's coming up shortly. Maybe he's going to wait for that item just to help his stats a little bit.
Yeah, still no clue if he's going to go towards that Blade Mill or the Urn build top. We see a little catch onto the Primal, but he does have Onslaught available. Actually, Poison Touch is still on him, but slow from the Uproar. Dazzle just can't get one more attack.
DJ might be able to catch up to him, so still not too much action besides the little fight we had down bottom at the moment. Both carries still being able to find a lot of their farm. Jackie already is got a Yasha queued up and is going to go straight into the Orchid actually after the Yasha. We'll see if he wants to continue with that item build, but would you liked at the moment? Seems like a bit more of an active Naga sign that Jackie's wanting to play.
It seems kind of crazy to go for Orchid's second item. I love the Orchid on Naga, but I think Manta Style is very necessary in this game. We'll see if he's gonna commit to this or if he'll go for something else. Of course, the silence is good against something like Queen or Primal, just to be able to stop them from using their abilities, but I would like to see him go for the Manta Style. Meanwhile, on the side of Luna, she also is about to finish up her Mask of Madness and going then for the Dragonlance right after. So only needs 100 gold here.
You have this potential now of Bleed Solar Guardian play across the map, so I think you're definitely looking to try and take a fight. They're already, I think, starting to get set up, maybe to go through a portal. It looked like Dubu and Jackie were starting to pivot over. It's actually going to be Carl that TP's down, but instantly stops the TPs. They're not able to hold Ice down into place, so yeah, I think we've got to be looking at a Bleed. They're going to be the next kind of a team to be a little bit more proactive with their plays with this ultimate now from the Dawn.
Yeah, also important to see what power rune is going to spawn. We've seen a lot of emphasis on this, and again, so many heroes rotating. Everybody's going for the runes. It's going to be bottom.
Board once again. Pretty nice tornado with the combo out. Solar Guardian will come into play, but they're not going to be able to hold them into place. Still, they'll continue on to Cuckoo. But even KP wants to make the movement down to bottom as well. We've got a 4-on-4, but who's it going to end up?
Oh, Carl Blink.
KP with the slam should be able to secure the kill into Ice. So the Grave will continue to delay it. Meanwhile, this magnetizes Tick and Blacklist down. They'll be able to get the kill onto Carl. And in the end, it's a 1-for-1 exchange. Both mid laners will be the casualty of war.
A lot of effort being put there, at least for the side of Queen of Pain. Got the kill over onto the Earth Spirit before, or I guess last it went to Cuckoo. But he was around to get the experience, whereas Corden did go down without any real reward for him in that fight. But yeah, Magnetize was just taking there. I still think the Queen ulti kind of just won the fight. Got a nice 3-man connection there. Big Ancient stacks again. Yeah. Farming is the name of the game. We got a triple stack on the Radiant Ancient. Also got a triple over on their big camp there.
All right, we're going to get double Blade Mail. You even have one queued up on Ice as well, who currently see a bit of a smoke, though, from Blacklist. Tims and KP in combination together.
Yeah, see if they can find Jackie here.
Pop it. Does he have the song?
Grave?
Doesn't have it. Dubu's going to be there with the Grave nonetheless. Is there a skill level he can look to put in it? No, he's already leveled up everything. So Tims and KP are able to be rewarded with the kill. But Bleed is starting to respond, though. They'll catch up to Tims. And it looks like KP is just going to be able to walk right past Corden as well. No way.
Oh,
there's the roll. I was going to say, dude, that'd be a bit too cheeky if that worked out.
Yeah, the optimistic TP out. Not going to get the TP to save there. But they get the Naga. Good takedown for them, at least getting rid of her once. Getting, you know, the distance between these two carries a little bit smaller. Only 100 gold difference now between them. Net worth.
One thing we haven't particularly spoken about too much is Bleed's like inability to be able to take objectives. Do you feel like there needs to be importance of like catapult waves then for them to try and consider about grouping up and maybe being able to open up the map?
It would be nice to be able to use them, but they also didn't really make a move for the early ones. Maybe we'll see it for the 15-minute catapult push towards bottom. I think for now it looks like the timing is just going to be playing towards this Orchid that Naga is going for. And of course another smoke coming in bottom. Corden going together with DJ. They have the lasso this time.
Radiant are
You're going to be able to get a glimpse of Cuckoo.
Good scan. Yeah.
Really good scan. Instantly you see Raven TP's out and Cuckoo goes under the cover of the Ghost Walk. So, I mean, they even bring Jackie down as well to potentially avoid a Blacklist's own smoke towards top. So,
yeah, that was a really good read by them in general. They didn't see anyone mid. They saw the
Cuckoo.
Okay.
That is some crazy stuff I just saw. It just
oh, the jukes.
Sidestep. No way, alright? They've got to lasso him, dude. Cuckoo is being so annoying.
He misses again?
To the right.
Oh, Corden.
Yes, dude. Cuckoo is dancing. Ghost walks back up, alright. They got detection at least. How much time is this wasted?
That took a long time to bring that man down, and he's actually got tip Corden after that for the missed rolls.
Just look what's happening. Dubu is now getting chased down, so they're going to be able to get their own kill. Oh my god.
I mean, he was juking and jiving there on the little invoker. Definitely staying alive for a long time. As the tower pressure is now being put towards top, but they don't have Luna there yet. Hold on, ulti.
Yeah, no stuns to hold him into place though, Carl. Both ultimates, that's magnetized use as well, which we saw was really the main damage source out of them in that previous kind of big team fight that we had between both Bleed and Blacklist. So Raven and KP, they're not going to have any concerns about taking this T1 tower now.
Yeah, they do get a haste rune at least on the Earth Spirit, so he has something to fight, but losing the top tower now and missing that pick off on the Queen with 2 ultis expended, gonna be a little bit costly for them as the rotation comes in mid.
Good mana, bro.
Force out the haste.
That is a very costly Solar Guardian and magnetized usage. I don't know if they're going to be able to defend this tower now.
Yeah, it's tough. At least they want to wait for the Naga Orchid. Actually, Naga keeps in here. There's no way you can defend it, though.
KP's even going to try and chase down some of the members. Jackie, a little bit too speedy, though. 415 movement speed will get out. There's a bit of a stack. Could take for free. Nothing crazy, but some extra farm for KP.
You can trample over it, get 2 illusions for free as well. And this is where it's tough to play this Naga into the lineup that you see from Blacklist, right? The Naga tries to join. Sure, if they had ultis, maybe that could be a fight. I still think it would be tough, though. The Naga timing has to be much later than this. She needs the heart, like you mentioned. She needs a lot of items to become more unkillable here.
KP is going to get a grab onto the Earth Spirit.
Blink.
As well to pump in the damage. Sonic Wave is at the ready if they want to continue to chase, but Carl is not going to look for the kill.
They didn't have vision on
them side.
They didn't have vision on too many heroes, so he didn't want to blink and block the roll. He could have done it there on Queen, but he respected that so many heroes were in Fog of War.
I know there's only a 1,000 net worth lead, but it really looks like the map is starting to get a little bit more difficult to play on Bleed. And I feel like Blacklist now can consider about a pretty early Roche thanks to Cuckoo's itemization. I mean, he's gone Medallion, and I don't know if they need to wait for the Solar Crest, but definitely with a pick-off or 2 towards the top side, you could think about getting Roshan, and we all know what an Aegis can do on Luna. You can just start to walk down objectives.
I agree. I definitely agree. They can make those plays. I think the reason the map feels so scary right now is because of the impact difference from the Dawnbreaker and the Primal Beast. Like, KP is just feeling unkillable with his pipe completed now on Primal Beast. He's charging around very, very confident. Whereas Ice as Ice, he's mainly just tucked away, farming jungle. You know, he's hitting creeps. Sure, his net worth isn't that bad, but I feel like the two have a completely different presence in the game. Oh, he's under a ward.
Presence at the moment.
He's about to get jumped.
To be able to find the angle, and now Blacklist. I mean, they've got 3 extra heroes to be able to combine with the Dawnbreaker. Not even needing the Sonic Wave. Like this, the game is just starting to slip out again. I know it's only 2,000, but we saw what Blacklist was able to do in game 1. At the moment, the only person farmed on Bleed is Jackie. Like, your Earth Spirit is not going from Midas. Corden scaling is going to be very limited. He needs to get kills at a quick rate. Otherwise, you're not going to have an Earth Spirit if you want to compare that to what Carl can do as the late game.
Also, the problem is you went for this Orchid on Naga. Now you need to get something for it. If you just wanted to farm, if you're not going to get engaged in anything, because he's still 0, 1, and 0 on the Naga Siren, this Orchid has to pay off somehow. Otherwise, Mantistar would just have been the better choice. So let's see if he can, you know, position himself in a tricky way to maybe get a pick off. Looks like Blacklist, they know about it though. They bring down everyone.
Well, you're now going to have that easy time of like ensnare Orchid into Solar Guardian, which they haven't had prior. They've been trying to do it with the roll, with the stun. The lockdown just hasn't been enough with the Earth Spirit. So you know, let's see if you want to even potentially set up Song into Solar Guardian if they feel like they want to use it aggressively instead of defensively.
Yeah.
You do have DD now for Bleed as well, so it might be time to make a play. You've got great wards across the map to take a fire.
Yeah, they need to make a play soon because the timing is slipping. When you go for Orchid, it's really about when you can make use of it. And right now we see Luna is about to finish up her Mantistar, so she's only 400 gold away from having her own Dispel here. Lotus Orb is the next item coming up from Primal Beast, so he's going to be able to dispel anyone who's near him. And sooner or later, Queen is even going to have some way to deal with the Orchid as well.
Do you feel like they just need to force a fight mid? I mean, this tower's going to end up going down, it looks like, from... Never mind, it won't even. They're going to TP back in. So do you feel like Bleed just need to, like, 5-man this tower and just force Blacklist to take a fight?
They're just struggling to get a squeeze on them right now. Blacklist are moving very well around the map, and they're not showing too many weaknesses. They are split pushing bottom with the Naga Illusions, though, trying to force some form of position error here by Blacklist, but they're doing a great job just staying in tight formations. Mid tower should be free here. They could go for it as people went down bottom. Coordinates can go in and just auto-attack it.
Farm is not slowing down from Raven, though.
Oh, the jump.
Great tornado timing. Cuckoo disrupts DJ, and now this is messy. Once again, looking a little bit awkward. Response is going to be there.
Song.
Jackie can turn with a song and buy them some time. Is this an escape song, or do they want to jump?
Oh, yeah.
Solid. Looks like Jackie's out. Dubu
No cold snap.
will be able to escape as well. Man, that was very close, though.
4-second cooldown. The cold snap almost had it ready in time, but that song expanded. And again, a fight that, you know, you couldn't really take because you just feel a little bit lackluster in these team fights, I think, on the side of Bleed. Let's go through and see what timings they have coming up now. They are only...
Carl? With Solar Guardian, let's see if they're going to go through. Never mind, no Solar Guardian. Oh, dude, he would have died.
He would have. That's actually very confusing why they didn't go for the combo there. That was a pick-off on the core. Just a little bit of sleep at the wheel, I think, on the combo. And this is again what we saw in game number 1, though. The coordination just isn't really there for Bleed at that crisp level that we see from some of the teams. Like the last game where the team fights, where they go in and try and defend with Corden jumping in, Echo Slam, and then they're just like split pushing and farming on Ice as Ice. They need to play into their the coordination or the combinations that they have. Luna now looking massive, building towards that BKB, and she's getting there pretty rapidly. Sure, Naga is ahead in net worth, but she has a lot more issues in terms of being countered, whereas Luna doesn't have a whole lot of things on the enemy team that she has to be worried about.
It looks like they're playing for Roche at the moment, or at least trying to get themselves set up to get some vision down. You have the Solar Crest picked up on Cuckoo. You can give the Alacrity over to Raven. Watcher's going to be controlled. So we'll see. Song's still down for another 80 seconds, which, you know, could be pretty important inside some of the team fights. Blacklist don't want to consider it yet without a pick-off potentially.
Yeah, looks like...
Never mind.
Looks like Bleed are going to go for a smoke here, moving in towards bottom, as they know the Roche could be what's going to happen here. They need to get Dazzle involved. Dazzle's currently top, trying to work on that Glimmer Cape. But if they're going to go for the smoke move, Dazzle needs to be there. At least Dawnbreaker can ulti in, but finally the TP comes.
It's not a fast Roche as well. They will have time to react. They will know, though, Sentry's going to get placed down, look for the D-ward out of Corden, and he's actually going to roll in aggressively to start the fight. There's the Solar Guardian inside the pit. Will connect onto the Luna. They bounce him out, though. Raven on the outskirts of Roshan now, and he's going to be able to turn with the Eclipse as well. A messy fight once again for Bleed as the initiation just wasn't good enough for them to be able to get a couple kills and then go from there, as Corden will narrowly escape with a roll into the tree. Sunstrike, a little bit wayward. But that means it's a free Roche for Blacklist, and another fight will go their way.
I don't know if that was the flame break or if it was the kick from Earth Spirit, but whatever they did that pushed Luna out of the Roche pit definitely saved her. She was in a bad spot, not having BKB, getting jumped like that. Now they're hanging around. Invoker's on the hunt here.
He's going to be able to get Dubu. Nice start. And of course, there's plenty of heroes to be able to follow up as well. We'll waste some time at the grave. Jack is thinking about going back in. He's got some boys to play with as well. They know the Luna TP top, so there's going to be no carry for Blacklist. This is the fight they've been waiting for. They're going to try and put the attention on the Tims. A pretty good retreat. I mean, now Carl's got the Ages as well, and all their control is lacking once again. Bleed.
They all get out. They have Dispels. Yeah, they got that Lotus Orb ready. I mean, the timing for this Orchid play just is kind of missed at this point. They already have. They went in and silenced the Primal Beast, but he immediately just Lotuses himself, which also is great to get rid of the End Snare, so it's not like it only counters one of your aspects now. And then he uses Uproar, happily just walks away, and even the Kaya Sanj status resistance on the Queen there, keeping her safe as well. So
it kind of feels nice for Tims. He's still the Shadow Wave, so Just use that along with the Fable to be able to clear creep waves, and he's going to be able to get a lot of farm, especially with this Philosopher's Stone.
That's a nice little tool to have. Also, one thing I want to mention this game, Dubu is going for this Glimmer Cape instead of the Shard, but normally we see support Dazzle get the Shard as soon as possible. Like, it's a very, very potent one. You get the ability to kill the Luna Illusions, you get, you know, a short duration little Hex to spam out all the time with your Q, but not prioritizing it yet. Timings now, the Queen of Pain is getting closer to Aghanims, not too far away, needs 1300 gold to finish that up. And Luna, I believe she has the full, is it full BKB already? I think.
Rolling Cordon. Gonna start onto the Aegis Carrier, nice Flame Break, stops the Onslaught stun. They want to continue with this engagement though from Bleed. A lot of attention put onto KP, but the Piper's just shrugging off that Magnetize, so...
He's a terrible target. You can't go on the Primal Beasts, not when his team is behind him. Having the Lotus as well. And he's got the Uproar Dispel talent as well in this game, so not a bad thing to have against the Batrider, against the Poison Touch from Dazzle, against the... you know, the Silence, or not Silence, the Magnetize even. There's quite a few things that you can Dispel here.
Yeah, very good game for it. I'm going to see an aggressive smoke as well from Blacklist. They might run into Ice. A pretty good read from them with the Dawnbreaker being away from the team.
Oh no, the Yavu.
Team into the trees. They're just playing so crisp, dude. Blacklist, they've reads across the map.
Okay, he gets out.
Will get out. Solar Guardian will be stolen though. We'll keep eyes on what Tim's is going to be able to do with his big ultimate now inside these upcoming fights.
And they can go high ground if they want. They don't have Aegis right now, but honestly, with Dawnbreaker not having BKB or ulti available, this is go time. Luna is up on the high ground. If this tower falls, it's extremely hard to defend Drax. They do have the glyph at least. Next creep wave was not cut though. Yeah, but they have a catapult wave, so they don't care. He's too late. And since they don't have glyph for this wave, cutting next wave won't matter at all. Yeah, the moment this tower falls, I think defending barracks is impossible. Look at the glaive starting to bounce around. It is very, very tough to go into.
They're gonna glyph for it. Like you said, it seems impossible to try and take this fight though. Still a catapult, so they don't have to worry about the backdoor protection, even with DJ cutting that wave. It is just a free set of barracks, and And Blacklist have felt uncontested. We'd had a couple of fights, but it really just has not looked close.
No, definitely not. I mean, Blacklist are so clean, dude. The way they're playing this game, their movements are really on point. I don't see anyone on Blacklist being clearly out of position or clearly clueless on what their team is supposed to do at any moment. They're all always playing towards a goal. They always have a goal in mind that they are working towards together. Whereas on the side of Bleed, it's more of a question mark to me. I don't really know what they're doing. They're going towards a late game timing, but what timing is it going to be? Like I said, the carry matchup is not favoring going late game here. It just doesn't look like they have the same sharp execution here that we see from Blacklist.
How much is his butterfly going to be able to turn the tides here for Jackie? Like, is it really that impactful? Because like you said, you've got a lot of ways now to answer the illusions with the Scepter on Carl and with the Primal Beast, like you mentioned in the draft.
Well, I will say respectfully is like the best item he could go for. I'm also going to say not a single bit. It's completely useless for turning the game in terms of like suddenly he's going to be unstoppable. No, there's too much magic damage. Again, the full Aghanims now on Queen of Pain is just going to add even more. Halfway towards Aghanims on the Primal Beast. It is going to increase his DPS on the Naga, but the survivability on the Illusions is not going to work. So this is looking grim. They need to get good initiations. They need to find ways to take the fight, use their Dawnbreaker, like we saw earlier when they, you know, tried to catch Queen on bottom and then Dawnbreaker just wasn't there with the ulti. They need to set up these moves and actually execute on them.
And who are you jumping then? Like, if there's going to be a perfect fight for Bleed, who are the first heroes they need to kill off on Blacklist?
I think you gotta get in on the supports. Gotta get rid of the Invoker and the Rubik. They're causing way too much mayhem in the fight just by disabling. The problem is, Luna is getting massive to the point of just, you can't ignore her. Her Daedalus is coming up soon. and he already has the shard queued up. So I like what I see from Raven here, because this is exactly what I was trying to suggest in the draft, that the shard on Luna now, it's a nice mid-game, late-game kind of team-fight item, and this is sort of timing. He already has a lot of value items, and to then throw in the shard, he will just clear through anyone who steps onto him. Even Dawnbreaker or Earth Spirit, if they get close to Luna when she activates the shard, it will just shred them. Full team disconnect, lag they say, and off they go.
It's funny, not a lot of people do this anymore, but I mean, Cuckoo's experience, he's been around for a while. I think there were some tournaments back in the day where you had to say pause, you had to actually write like P or pause or something in all chat. We really don't see anyone do that anymore. Yeah, he said it before he did it. That's true. I remember admins, used to crack down on players who hit the pause button without declaring that they needed a pause and the reason for it. State your reason. State reason question mark is that's a funny one. Yeah. But yeah, you see the old doggies that are still playing around. I mean, again, like we were saying to start this series, there is a lot of them. There is a lot. I wonder even what the total experience. In a lot of high-level Dota, it is funny to think about that. But even in this lobby, I wonder how many years total, decades total of experience of professional Dota these players have added up. I would say probably in the 70, 80 years total, maybe more. It would be a stupid amount. It would be, one lifetime. It would be a lot. One lifetime, yeah. I mean, really, the two players that aren't is, we spoke about Corden, but now got to keep in mind, Jackie as well. This man is a very young star in regards to Southeast Asia. I mean, he's had a great run. Won multiple events with Motivate Trust at that time, and then also when he was on Boom as well. They had very good showings for a couple online events too. But he's only been to one international, which was the last one with Boom. And besides that, it's pretty much everyone else with the experience. Yeah, went to one international, and they didn't get super far in that one, but at least got some experience there on the on the big stage, and of course played in many tournaments outside of that. But yeah, he's one of the relatively younger players in terms of competitive experience in this lobby, at least. Yes, in this one in particular, because like you said, if we really want to go through all of them. Yeah, this TI player here is the inexperienced guy, it's like, yeah. Now then you kind of set the tone for this qualifier. These guys, they've been around. Yeah, they've been around the block. I mean, you can go through multiple other rosters as well and be like, even if they haven't been to TI, they've been veterans inside the Southeast Asian region too. So, without a doubt, I mean, and that's what we're going to be seeing later today in our lower bracket, round 3 with Neon versus Geek Fam and Army Geniuses versus Boom. There's a lot of veterans that have been around the block there with inside C, but maybe haven't had that opportunity to represent them at TI. Okay. Are you ready for me to drop some copium here on how to win this game? Oh, there's no... It's time. Okay. Okay, listen. They can win this game on the side of Bleed. They need to bait out the Luna BKB with their first jump, right? They need to go on the back line, force out the team fight to start somehow, get the Luna to pop BKB. After the BKB, they need to go on her with Blade Mail on both the Dawnbreaker as well as the Earth Spirit and double Blade Mail her. And then, if she has Shard active, she can't stop it. It's going to keep cutting. She will cut herself down. Or if she just auto attacks a little bit and you double Blade Mail quickly there. This is the play. It's getting complicated here. I don't know, man. It's only a 2,000 gold disadvantage, but it feels very tough. It's like when you have an Alchemist net worth lead, he's ahead by 2,000 gold, but they're getting absolutely dumpstered. Like we saw earlier today, the Alchemist versus Naga and TB. He was ahead by 3,000 gold. It didn't really look like it. And this Naga net worth, I want to say, is also monopoly money at this point. Yeah, no, that's a great way to put it, because really that money at the moment, we're not feeling the true impact of it. Like you said, I mean, Butterfly's probably the best item Jackie's going to be able to go for, but is it really going to, in the end, it just showcases the draft against the Naga is pretty solid overall, especially with being able to get these key heroes off to a good start. It could be different if the Quap wasn't having a good time or the Primal Beast wasn't having a good time, but these guys are on their way to being able to scale. And when you're thinking about the Luna as well, I appreciate the cope. Double Force Staff and Glimmer Cape on Tim's, I think, is going to make it very difficult for them to get a BKB out. Because I mean, if you're gonna spend a BKB, you need to pretty much roll in, use Solar Guardian, or
probably.
Like,
you might not be alive to blade mail someone. Yeah.
So like. The potential that's also maybe there is high ground defense with lasso into 4-star back inside the base. Like, this is something that we haven't really spoken about, is that you do have repositioning on bleed, and once you do that, maybe you can get the supports to break formation. Maybe that helps out with that backline jump, and then all of a sudden, you know, that's another way to expend the BKB on Raven.
Yeah, I mean, they could get to the point. I wonder if he should, instead of going for this Kai and Sanj, which is super good, by the way, smoke coming out here from bleed, maybe going for Aghanim's Rush instead of Kaya Sanj next on Earth Spirit would allow them to get this combo of Batrider, grabbing someone, pulling them back, then you turn them into a stone, kick them all the way back, and suddenly you're fighting in your fountain. Good spot to be.
Which honestly could, as crazy as it sounds, could be like one of your higher probability, the higher win percentage you have maybe to take a team fight. So
so we got two different outs now. We got the Blade Mail cope and we got the Fountain Kick cope. Right. Two outs, good odds.
Well, come on, Michael. We saw it yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Was it I don't remember if it was day one or yesterday where we saw.
We've seen it.
Back.
We've seen it. I saw it in other regions as well. I'm sure you may have seen it at some point in the Eastern European, but South America, it definitely happened as well. Oh, the high ground push is coming right now, though. This Luna, Solar Crest and Alacrity, the Invoker is there to buffer.
Cool read from Blacklist. We saw them kind of playing around this dyed triangle. They were pump faking, expecting Bleed to charge up with the smoke. They know they're playing on the opposite side of the map, so they kind of just wanted to force them back with this small high ground push. No one's budged just yet. Bleed is still going to try and occupy the other side, which is a really powerful position for Jacka to be in. With these illusions, you can cut top, you can cut mid. So he's continuing to get a lot of farm.
Yeah, at the same time, they also see the primal mid, but I think they have to be very careful if they jump this. They don't have the best heroes to burst him. Primal is kind of beyond burst potential at this point with the amount of survivability he has.
Yeah, dude is under 800 gold away from Scepter now, so...
Yeah.
It's not the craziest pass. I mean, Riptide without a doubt, and I mean, Luminosity could feel nice as well for some of the sustain on Ice inside the fights, but they'll get a T2 at least.
It's also just the damage, right? Like the splits going around, although suddenly you're playing Aghanim's Labyrinth, which is, you know, fun and all, but not really what you want to do when you're taking a team fight. Adding extra difficulties.
Respawn?
It was pretty fast, I think, but it's going down pretty quickly too with the Solar. And you see Luna Shard is actually DPSing a lot there. Take down the Roach faster.
And they're going to give it to Raven this time as well, because he's going to be a high ground siege. It's the ages to walk it up and end the game. Gonna have to TP it back and of course address all their other waves. Looks like mid tier 2 not going to go down to the catapult. Does he deny it? Yes, he will. So all outer towers now claimed at least for Bleed, but yeah, importantly, this age is on Raven. This is the one just to walk it down and look to go for the finishing blow.
Yeah, we see them also starting to push out. They drew on the map. They want to push mid and top out because the lanes are pretty far back. Naga is trying to keep the pressure up with the illusions coming in here, but I think they're going to be able to solidify the lanes a little bit. And like you said, with the ages in hand, that's going to give Raven the confidence to actually siege up the next lane of racks.
Dude, there's only 14 kills I just noticed as well, 31 minutes in. This has been a very interesting game. I was coming into this series expecting some crazy stuff from these two teams. Last game, Bleed only got 6 kills too.
Man, I jinxed it too hard in the start of the draft. I was like, oh, this looks so active, man. It's so great. They got the Batrider, they got the Earth Spirit. They're going to be fighting non-stop. It's going to be great, Ares.
I don't know, dude. I see no fighting. We are now at the stage where you're just hoping that maybe Jackie can pull off a miracle here on his Naga Siren.
Yeah, well, the Naga is trying to pull the creep wave back on mid, but it's going to get brought down. The illusions get killed here by the 3 heroes, and while they are split pushing a bit on the side lanes, the push is coming. This Luna is going to crack down your tier 2 tower. Ice is, you know, starting the siege bottom though. Glyph is available for Radiant, so not going to lose their creep wave and also going to fix the push bottom.
These are some items.
Oh, yeah.
Shard completed on the Dazzle, BKB completed on the Naga.
Here comes the tempo. Luna, if this tower falls, again, the defense becomes very hard. You need to fight early against this. Like, waiting until tower fall is not the play. They are splitting with the Dawn for now. Not the fastest, no Deso on the Dawn, so not really matching the tempo here. I think they can just ignore him.
He bought out for the Assault Cuirass as well on Ice, so no buyback.
Yeah.
They smoked.
Sticking around, they're not yet going back. We see maybe a pick-off attempt here with the smoke coming out.
If a fight breaks out now, Ice is not going to have the greatest mana. Like, he can Soul Ring and Solar Guard him, but inside the fight, the spells are going to be limited on what he can use.
Oh yeah, he can only use Solar right now.
Onto Dubu, quick and easy kill. And again, he bought out as well for the Aghanim Shard, so there's going to be no buyback on the Dazzle. Might give them some time for the Naga illusions to clear mid and potentially top as well.
That's going to be rough. The push is coming, 40 seconds, no buyback. The illusions trying as they may to get this mid creep wave, but not going to work. Even with that Butterfly and Heart, you're not going to be able to stand against like all these heroes focusing down the Illus. Creep wave is going forward. Every single spell in the Book of Invoker is coming out here. Luna is here, High Ground Siege started, and here comes the Glaives, man.
Alright, well, we're looking at a defense down bottom, because this one's gone.
Next creep wave also not cut yet, so trying now to pull the creep wave back.
Jackie. Oh, Corden rolling completely off the mark. Corden, a lot of damage on a Raven nonetheless with the use of the Blade Mail. They're still going to be able to blow up Ice, who bought out for the Assault Cuirass.
Oh, he has no buyback too?
Jackie kills Carl. All right, let's see if the Naga's going to be able to do it all.
1v9.
Pressure, all the weight is on his back. Jackie, can you continue some crazy feat? Blacklist, they're going to be able to reposition, and Jackie can't get any more.
I mean, they got the Queen at least, so that was something. Queen didn't manage to get the cheese off there. I think he just got surprised a little bit by the damage output. And Luna just says, I'm gonna go end the game right now. He just 40 seconds, has the Manta soon. They are respawning, and Queen, of course, when she respawns, still doesn't have a way to get here immediately, doesn't have travels on her, so maybe we see them back out here, respect the Aegis timing out as well as the respawns coming up. But again, big tower damage or big base damage being dealt. Jackie looking for the fights. It's going around.
Oh, Jackie. Still no Ice. Gonna be up in 5 seconds. Song should be able to set up for Corden. Potential DJ Lasso as well. We'll see what the target's gonna be. They want to deal with the Rubik. Tim's also in a little bit of danger at the moment, but it means Raven's going uncontested. The Luna damage is starting to ramp up. They'll be able to push them way over to the right side. Corden's able to get some protection out with the roll. Dubu ducks into the trees as well. Glimmer Cape. They don't have any vision at the moment. It's another very messy fight, dude. 3 fights breaking out simultaneously. As Ice going to be able to rejoin off the back of the Solid Guardian.
Oh my god, this fight.
He will still die in the end. Meanwhile, Jackie on the left side. He's got Corden hand in hand to battle with him. But it looks like Bleed, they're going to have to try and get back to the safety of their base, but unfortunately for Dubu, he won't even get anywhere near close to escaping.
Luna gets full HP from the Ancients again. That was like 3 different fights at the same time. The Dazzle almost got away there, managed to run away initially, and Luna got a little bit dangerously low, but stayed safe with the help there coming in from the Rubik, who bit the bullet for him pretty much. And yeah, ultimately a lot of abilities used, but at the end of the day, 2 supports going down, and Cheese still not expended as well, so they still have that on the Queen here.
They're gonna try and take this fire, Bleed. Lose the Watcher Vision. DJ's gonna get a start onto the Invoker. You mentioned earlier they want to try and bring down the supports, the quick and easy kill.
Oh.
Can they even get Coop?
The pipe?
No way. Corden will try and go for the roll, and he snipes it. Meanwhile, look at the damage on the Primal Base. All right.
Luna in trouble?
Starting to pump out a decent chunk of damage with the Bloodthorn pickup as well. Now they'll turn to Raven. Got to be cautious, though, because the buybacks, they're going to teep into the outpost. Raven will go uncontested, turns with the Aghanim Shard, snipes down Corden, and now Jackie is in a position where he has to song and TP out. It should be able to cover him, and he's back to base safely.
Yeah, buyback used on the Invoker at least, but that means the push is not going to stop here. They're going to keep going. As now the Batride doesn't have Lasso available. Earth Spirit down for 50 seconds. Oh. Luna being a bit cautious about how she approaches this. Maybe respecting that Lasso is about to come off cooldown. It's just 10 seconds until it is back. They can still pack up and wait for the next timing, the next Aegis here as well on the side of Blacklist. Whereas Bleed, now with 2 lanes of barracks gone, it's a little bit tough for them to get out on the map. Raven?
Raven is very split from the team.
Oh, this is dangerous.
Can DJ hunt him? Does he get the read? Oh, they see Raven. What? Dude, that's so much damage.
The Mindbreaker silence.
He's going to jump over there onto Tubu now as well with a Solid Guardian. It'll buy some valuable seconds. Solid Guardian gets stolen. And now Ice, she's got no boys to play with. Just gets down to the low ground thanks to the hammers. Carl's going to pursue. A Grave continuing to make some space, but it's not going to matter. Ice will get nowhere close to any safety of his side of the map. And Accordant as well tries to roll on forward. KP sends his blood in the water.
Yep.
Accordant's pretty tanky with the heart. 4,000 health they need to go through. Magnetie's going to be a bit of a deterrent as well. But Raven just turns to the objectives. Barracks is now exposed. It's going to be mega creeps unless they're able to put a stop to Blacklist.
Stolen Dawn ulti could go in to save if they overcommit here.
Oh, Accordant, what is that damage?
There it is.
The Sonic Wave as well. There's the stolen Solid Guardian. It'll stun up Jackie. Ensnare used as well. Song is back up. But the job has been accomplished. Megas are there, and they do not even want a bar of Mega Creeps. Blacklist will dismantle Bleed in our second series of the night. So methodical from them.